Picture Bible project essentially is the background work that it takes to create an actual comic strip, to create an actual comic, to create any type of cartoon work. So our students learned how to build that background information by starting with sketching, starting with storyboarding essentially. That's all part of their Pitch Bible. And so what we'll present at the Speed Art Museum this summer will be an opening of that entire process.
I've enjoyed it very much. It's just like more of a good group artwork project. Like, I've never done something like this before, but like, it's just to where we all work on a huge artwork together. I grew up watching Marvel movies, watching Marvel shows, reading Marvel comics. It's just really amazing seeing the person who actually makes the comics come in and work with us.
So to see the students every day come in and one, to not even know what a Pitch Bible is. Some students watch cartoons, some students are into comic books, some students are into manga and those things like that. So to not know what a Pitch Bible is and to watch them work at it every single day is really inspiring, because it tells us that students can be dedicated to a craft, students can be dedicated to something that's bigger than themselves.
I'm continuously impressed at the lack of limits on their imaginations, like some of the stories that, you know, a 12-year-old is coming up with, and the themes that they're hitting on, and the way that they're trying out new things and trying to, not only know if they're realizing it, but trying to revolutionize different ways of storytelling is really impressive. It was a 12-week course. We meet twice a week. The purpose of the class was to teach the conceptual stage of storytelling and comic creation. Over the short period of time that we've been together, the students have made leaps and bounds. They've went from not really, you know, knowing how they wanted to come up with a character background, or even why knowing a character's background is important, to doing these things automatically. I don't even think, like, realizing that they are doing them. When they're sharing the work that they do, I don't have to say, why are you doing that, or what led to that, or what is the result of that. They automatically start explaining it on their own, or hearing them within their groups talking to each other. It's like, well, we can't do that because that doesn't make sense with this other element that we've included in the story.
It's been very fun but challenging at the same time. Julian, like, he's like taught me a lot about like storyline and stuff. Gave me more ideas about like what to add to my story. We want to write a whole comic now because like the storyline is that good. Julian, he taught us like a lot about like building the story in the first place. So like next time I do it, I'm gonna be like way more prepared. The guy from Marvel, he taught me a lot about like the shading aspect of it and like the parts of the body of a character. And so I feel like next time I actually try to even draw at all, I'll be better off. And maybe like next year, I might try to do a comic on my own. Even after we presented them at the Speed, maybe in like maybe a year, we might be presenting our first 5 volumes of one of our comics. The whole APR in general, we pick one story to do. We just all make our own comic. And like, that would be amazing.
Seeing them being in that and realizing the way that it works from coming into the program, not even really knowing what they're going to do, I think says a lot about their talent.
It's the experience that they need every day. Now, granted, art is not one of those subjects that is sought after as far as like reading, math, social studies, but at the same time it's needed. You have students who only learn through drawing, students who only learn through coloring, through motion and activity. So we want to make sure those students had a chance to learn this way, and it's eye-opening because we're allowing students to be a part of their own narrative and being able to get advanced program placement, which follows them to and through high school.
So Mr. Julian, he was asking us like even things that we haven't even thought of, like about our side characters that we didn't even think that far, and that now we have that insight. So it's really like every aspect of this story building, character building, world building, just everything in general. My favorite thing has literally just been like the drawing, the surrounding. Even just drawing, sitting down and drawing for like 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, even just working on it is like really fun. Making sure students have an idea of what an artist really is, not pigeonholing the artist to be a person who has to be good at drawing, a person who has to be good at painting, letting the art speak for itself, letting our students speak for themselves, letting our students have a voice and a choice when it comes to art is very important. And also the last thing would be bringing in other career artists, bringing in videographers, bringing in cartoonists, bringing in graffiti artists, and letting our students know that these are true careers, identifying factors of people. You don't have to be a mathematician, you don't have to be a doctor. Now we need doctors and lawyers, of course, but we also need artists because without that art in our world,
world, it'd be boring to be black and white, and no one would like that. So making sure that art stays alive in our community, especially at DuBois Academy.
We've had this partnership with DuBois Academy for 4 years, and so what this program looks like is going to their AP Art students for an entire semester and bringing them art practices and mediums where they can visualize themselves in school and continue education in the arts, but also seeing that it's possible to have a career in the arts field. So far we've been successful in bringing black men who do art into the schools to be their teachers, and so it's really paid off. And this exhibition, Empowering Through Panels, shows their commitment to creativity and the inspiration that they have gleaned from other artists.